title actually because they were afraid people couldn't pronounce it properly. And so they said, oh, just going to title it Ballistic. I'm like, okay.
Well, it's X, but it's E-C-K-S.
It's X versus Sever.
It seems like it would be Eeks.
I know, that's why they changed it, because everyone kept saying Eeks versus Sever.
Oh, see,
so they said, oh, let's just change it to Ballistic.
How are you? You have excellent posture. Do you know that?
Oh, thank you. I ride horses, so that's probably
Oh, okay. Well, that would explain it.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a joke, and I'm not even going to touch it,
Don't
but I want to ask you. Now, are you a good student? Did you see our jaywalking?
Well, the thing is, when you learn history like that, it's so long ago, but Timothy Hitler was definitely far, far away from where it should have been.
I like the people that excuses, well, I wasn't born then. You know, you shouldn't know anything before you were born, basically.
I like the, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, well, she was really mad.
It's good. It's good.
What do you think?
What do you think?
She got a little annoyed. Were you a good student, by the way?
I was pretty good. I mean, when I was younger, I felt like I didn't really understand everything that was happening because I just started learning English when my sister went to school.
Oh, okay.
And then once I hit college, I kind of into it. I mean, I was always a B student, but my parents wanted me to be an A student.
Wow.
So by then, I became an A student.
My parents dreamed of me being a B student. I mean, a B student, that would be like, well, that's great.
That's great, yeah. A C student, we want you to be a C. No, they were really into the education.
Oh, yeah, I know. So A student, B, no good.
Yeah, but my sister and my brother went to Ivy Leagues, like Cornell and Columbia, and I went to University of Michigan, which is a great school, too.
Yeah, well, that's very good. That's very good. Now you're doing 2 movies now at the same time.
Yeah, I'm doing Charlie's Angels, the sequel, and Kill Bill, which is Tarantino's next film.
Kill Bill? I don't know about that. What do you play in that?
I play sort of a Yakuza. I'm one of the assassins, and Yakuza.
Is that the mafia? Or the
it's the mafia in Japan.
In Japan, okay.
And she wields a samurai sword. So it's pretty intense. I learned how to use a samurai sword, and I had to learn how to speak Japanese and the whole thing. Yeah.
So now, is it a big sword? Is it a girl-sized sword?
No,
or are they all the same?
There's no girl-sized swords. It's huge. It's heavy. You have to go through training, and you get the whole calluses. I have bruises. everywhere. I couldn't cover it up. You do. I have one here. I have many bruises.
Wow. Now, but you're like a martial arts person, don't you? You're good. Which one do you know? You know something. You're one of the stick ones.
I know that, like, Kali, which is the stick fight, which is in the movie.
What is that, Kali?
Kali, Skrima Silat.
And what is that? That's stick fighting?
It's double stick fighting, and you can do it freehand, and you just learn a lot of different techniques. But the samurai sword, though, is a completely different technique.
Yeah.
You have to really, I mean, this posture is straight, but you have to be really straight, and you have to squat, and you have to walk around squatting, and it's very difficult.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Is there a video available?
There actually is a video, because I videotaped myself to learn the posture, and I was like, oh my God.
Squatting with a big sword, that doesn't seem the best way to fight, squatting with a big sword.
It's also not a good way to pick up guys,
Yeah. The big sword.
Yeah.
I mean, so what is it with do you do that whole thing where they, and you flip it around? Or
the samurai?
It seems like just cut the guy's head off. And
that's the samurai way. It's a very fast move, and it comes out quickly, and that's it. It's over.
You just cut the guy's head off.
Yeah, basically.
And where are you doing this? In China?
I was doing that in China. We shot in Beijing. I was there for 5 weeks. They were there for longer. I just had to come back and start Charlie's Angels. So.
Now, how was that like? How was the Chinese food there? Is it good?
I love Chinese food. Chinese. I grew up on it. I mean, but a lot of people weren't familiar with the food. And so, we'd have, preserved, there's this porridge that you have, which is it's not a specialty, but it's a very normal thing. It's kind of like eggs and bacon.
Right.
And you have it in the morning, and it's just boiled rice, which you boil for a while, and it's watery. And then they have this preserved egg, which is kind of covered in mud, and then they open it up, and then it's black. And then you cut it up and you put it in the rice.
Sounds delicious.
And you have it for breakfast. But it's normal for me. I grew up with it.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in Beijing, people go, let's go down to Americatown. Is there Americatown with, like, McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they have, like, a Denny's and, just Caucasian people making burgers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there Americatown? I don't know. I've never been to Beijing. I tell you, we'll take a break. More with Lucy Liu right after this. See, I haven't been there. Sever. I'm sorry. This is ballistics words for me. Now we were talking about food in the break. So like you're in China. What's like the strangest thing you ate there? Was there one odd
No, I have eaten something very strange before. I went on this trip with Drew and Cameron for publicity, basically, for the movie. And we had to basically hunt and fish for our own food. And so we thought, oh, it's not going to be that difficult. We'll just eat berries and things like that. But we also hiked the entire day, through the streams, through the woods, basically making our way. I mean, this isn't something that you're normally used to. You bring a packed lunch or something with you, and we had to finally the guide got this fish for us by the end of the night, right before the sun went down, and we made a fire, and I ate. Well, Drew didn't eat any of it. Cameron ate some of the meat, and I ate the bones. I ate the tail. I ate the eyeballs. I ate everything. I know. I didn't feel well the next morning at all. I was so hungry, though,
So the guys ate the fish, and you got the tail, the bones, and the eyeballs. Didn't you have somebody you could have traded to get the better part of these?
No, I ate some of the meat, too. But it was a tiny little fish, and then when you cooked it, it got even smaller. And he said, if you continue leaving it in the fire, the bones will taste like potato chips. And so I left it in the fire, and I ate. I mean, I couldn't taste it.
You fell for that one.
I fell for it, but I was so hungry.
So it was you, and Cameron Diaz, right?
Yeah, Cameron and Drew.
And Cameron and Drew Barrymore. Okay, that sounds like a good hunting trip.
We had a good time, but I mean, now I've done the next day. The next day I woke up and Cameron was lying. We were sleeping on a bed of leaves that we had made that night. We woke up and she looked over, she goes, "Are you okay?" Because I was completely in a cold sweat. I was green. I said, "Mm-mm." She goes, "What happened?" I said, "I ate the eyeballs." And she's like, "Oh, honey." She just knew it was a bad scene.
So what did it taste like? Did it taste like chicken eyeball? I mean, what did it taste like?
Yeah, I go around eating chicken eyeballs.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just was so hungry I inhaled it.
Wow.
Okay, enough of that.
Well, it sounds like...
Enough of the eyeball.
You're certainly a cheap date. Yeah, pretty much. Wow. Now, tell me about the movie now. What's this movie about?
The movie is full action, and originally the role of Sever was written for a man.
Okay.
So they decided that it might be more interesting to have a woman in it.
Oh, much more interesting.
I came into the picture, and it kind of is great to see a woman go out there and do sort of what you expect a man to do.
Right.
I think it brings a really nice dynamic to it.
Oh, sure.
And so I thought, well, this is going to be fun, and I had such a blast doing it the whole time. And I've got, machine guns, and I've got the collie I mean, it's out of control.
Everything a woman would have in the 20th century.
Right. But I'm not wearing a dress. Yeah.
Let's take a look. Here's the scene. Ballistic.
That's all we need to make the show close.
All right, let's move it.
Get her! That's all we need to make the show close.
You should take your people out of here.
What is it?
Feelings. Get them out, now.
What the hell are you talking about?
She will retaliate.
We've lost contact with our tactical unit.
That huge man in the assault vehicle.
There you go. There you are. Well. It's very good.
Yeah.
What married guy hasn't seen that mood, huh?
Oh, thanks.
Now, you think you could kick my ass? Could you kick the average guy's ass, do you think?
I could protect myself pretty well.
Yeah. That's interesting. Let's think about it.
You want to try me?
Yes, I would love to, but I prefer that. See, my wife watches. See, I have to do all my flirting on the air. That would be very nice, but it's something to think about.
Okay.
It's something to think about. But, no, I enjoy. You're a terrific actress, and good luck with both these films.
Thank you,
Please come back for Kill Bill, too, as well.
I will. Thank you.
Now, you have to leave, right? You have your... Okay. She has to go. I'll see you. Lucy, well, thank you very much. Be right back with Wayne Brady right after this.